Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm done with build number 2 and moving on to the next MOC in this build series. The third MOC is from Andor episode 3 when Cassian first meets Luthen on Ferrix. Here is the rough sketch I came up with for what I want to build. The MOC will have a black border. The door into the warehouse will be on the right side. There are 2 large pillars right here, and there will be some windows and other greebled pipe details. I've had a busy week with work and getting ready for the holidays, but I think I can push through and get this MOC done.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
I started by obviously cleaning up my workspace and putting away all the parts I had out on my desk. Now that I'm ready to build, I begin by using 2 16x16 plates and 2 8x16 plates. I then connected them all using some 2x4 bricks. It was time to start working on the black border. I began by placing down some black plates and then some black bricks onto those. The border will be 6 plates thick. I then added black tiles to the outside layer of plates. Next, I started filling in all the gaps with whatever bricks fit. Most of this MOC will be dark tan and medium nougat. I don't have a ton of tan bricks, so I will need to use my pieces sparingly, or else I will have to take apart my baby Groot set for its tan parts I dropped down here months ago. I'm just gonna pretend that's not back there. This build process was a bit different than the previous 2 in that I started building the sides and walls first before building the flooring. I first built this side brick detailing using bracket pieces, modified bricks, and tiles to create a really cool texture that I think feels a lot like Ferrix. I built up all the sides using some 2x4 bricks and then started working on the angled entrance. Building angles in LEGO is always a challenge and requires a lot of trial and error, at least in my experience, and I went with a relatively simple design using these large slopes that I will add some tiles onto. I then started working on the dark bluish gray part that will be above the blown up door. I used bracket pieces and tiles for this technique, and they are just placed on their side with some bricks behind them to hold them in place. I also added a tall trans clear brick for the window. I then started building up the sides some more using tan bricks and tan masonry bricks. Masonry bricks will be very handy for building Ferrix, since the entire town is basically built with masonry bricks. Next, I began building underneath the large slope pieces because I was sick of them falling over on me. I used the snot technique with the medium nougat color and incorporated some cheese slopes to give the wall a unique and uneven look. I'm really happy with how everything is looking so far. I decided to copy the tile placement onto the other side of the door so it was symmetrical. I then wanted some half columns to be sticking out of this wall to give it some more depth. These are just made up with snot bricks, jumper plates, and tiles. When building up the back, I made sure to keep adding medium nougat whenever I saw fit. Also, while building up the back wall, I added in this little rounded window. Now it was time to build up the far back using these big panel pieces. Now that the back was built up, I needed to finish off the top and then start building the floor. I added some snot bricks and tiles onto the roof, and I decided to put some rounded gray bricks onto those. I created the 2 pillars off screen and started planning where I wanted to put them. I started building the floor of the warehouse using black plates and dark brown plates for the part near the exploded door. Then I used reddish brown tiles and rounded tiles for the rest of the floor. I'm not sure how I feel about this brown color and the technique I used. It looks kinda like melted chocolate ice cream. I may change the color to medium nougat to match the rest of the build more. Here are the first 3 MOCs in this series side by side. And here they are next to some LEGO sets I had lying around so you can get an idea of the size of them. Now that the MOC is done, I take pictures in my lightbox and edit them in Photoshop.